All right, little snowy day here, and we're getting ready to come off of kind of the Lund Tremont area. It'd be the exit Sedgwick off of the Highway 16, and we're gonna start heading north on Jackson. We're literally about 3 minutes to the house, so there's not a complete four corners right here, but maybe a half a mile behind me there is. Remember, four corners just means we've got something convenient. So right here we do have a mini mart and a gas station. That is one of the things I do like about Port Orchard, is that kind of conveniences are spread all around. And I think initially when people get here, they wonder where everything's at and where are we going to go shopping, but really not far. At any turn, you're going to be near, Fred Meyer, which would be shopping, Walmart. I don't recall if there's Safeway, but QFC, that sort of thing. This side, this would be the east side of the highway. Port Orchard, to me, is just there's a little less planning, so I always find there to be a little heavier traffic. There are more traffic lights that stop the traffic, and then there's a little less conformity. So there may be something very odd right next to the house that you're looking at. It's just the nature of Port Orchard. Lots of infill neighborhoods. So we'll have a neighborhood, and then we'll have just a house on a lot, and then there'll be a brand new, maybe four houses. So it's not a ton of planning on the east side, in particular what I would consider northeast. On the west side, the northwest side, I feel like there's a lot more planning. So as we get into, the plateau, and that plateau or the ridge is near McCormick Woods. That side of the highway just seems like, they put a lot of plan and thought into it. So we're getting a left-hand turn here onto Weathers. This little neighborhood is going to be probably very conforming. So all the houses are going to be likely very similar in age and quality, and probably we'll have a mix of these 2 stories, maybe some multi-levels, and then some single stories. So we'd be looking at a range of homes being around the same age, and then probably the same quality, all on this one little street that is the neighborhood of Weathers. Ramblers are always the most popular floor plan, so it doesn't surprise me that this is getting a ton of interest. But the next thing is you guys know, looking at the market, there's just not a lot of houses on the market. So what I noticed is that it's chocked full of showings. I'm not going to attempt to park in the driveway. It's not really steep, but it might be a little steep for me. One thing I will note is that the roof on this house is what's called a shake roof. So the shingles on this roof are made out of wood. And while it can last a really long time, it does require you to manage this roof. So this roof requires you to really keep it clean and really keep like a water sealant on the shingle. Otherwise, it will fail. And I just believe in pest control in general, but I wouldn't want any wood destroying organisms to get here. So I'm a little early for the appointment. I'm going to just slide down to the end of the loop. That way you can get a good look at the street. Again, I think it's, a very cute street. I don't feel that way about all the streets in Port Orchard, but this one is good. This is, a street that I would sell a house to my mom on. I think it is that kind of good. I'm looking, although there's snow, I would say the neighbors are all displaying what I would consider pride of ownership. So I'm not seeing a bunch of junk in yards or cars parked in front yards or anything like that. I can't see all the roofs, but I'm going to say that, a lot of these homes are updated, meaning maybe they've had newer roofs put onto them. you know, maybe they've had updated windows or updated paint or something like that. So I like the street. I know we talked about this one probably being really competitive. Just once again has to do with inventory. Certainly the price is going to be really attractive to a wide number of clientele. But I think that's going to create a little bit of a bidding war on this house. So we'll get on the inside. All right, 3966 Weathers. Really nice big front yard. It does slope down, so just something to consider when mowing. It might just be a little tricky along the bottom there, but it is a big front yard. Also quite a nice front porch, and you know, it looks like they really utilize it. Neighbors across the street sit a little lower from you. I like that because it just means that we're not looking directly into people's houses. Definitely is a shake roof. Probably have a little bit of clogging of the gutters here, but that's easy homeowner, you know, fix. And I would say this asphalt looks in really good shape, and you know, my opinion, they're maintaining that and keeping it fresh. Garage doors are original. These are wood garage doors. I'd be super tempted to update my garage doors. It's not a terrible expense, and I think it would take a lot of age off of the look of the house. And then I like this side space here. You might even think about putting a little gate here to screen off the trash cans. This is wood siding, so this would all be probably a cedar or potentially a fir. Natural gas coming into the house here. Here's where your power is coming in. Looks like it's coming from underground. I don't see any overhead wires. To me, that's something important because we have a lot of mature landscaping in the area, so that might mean that we don't have to worry as much about power lines going down in a windy weather day, or for that matter, you know, a tree falling or what have you. They have a really nice storm door here, and these typically, when they lower, a screen comes out here, so it's kind of nice in the summertime to open up doors on both sides of the house to bring in some fresh air. Paint in here looks fresh. I'm going to say it's definitely a color of white. It looks in really, really good shape. The flooring is a newer, looks like a wood laminate. Looks like we have a real wood burning fireplace. So the trick with wood burning fireplaces is that a lot of times we get burn bans, so we can't actually burn in the winter because of the cloud cover. So just something to bear in mind. For ambience, it's nice, but a lot of times we can't use them in the winter. There is popcorn ceiling, and it does look nicely encapsulated. You know, is it worth the expense of taking it out? I think people enjoy when they don't have that, but it is very expensive to take it out if you don't do it yourself. And really the big thing is trying to get the new texture to work, so we're not seeing the things that the popcorn is hiding. Hollow core doors on the coat closet, pretty standard. Kind of an old carpet in there. I'm not smelling any bad odors, nothing, you know, strong or offensive. I don't smell anything whatsoever. Ceiling fan in the living space. I don't recall if there's any cooling system here, but it does look to me, based on the floor vents, that we're going to have forced air heat for sure, and probably that will be a either a heat pump or a gas furnace. So a little dated lighting. What's nice about a single story house is you could get up into the attic and, you know, easily put in recessed lighting, which would, you know, help take down the look of the age of the house. Eat-in kitchen. So not necessarily a separate dining room, but they have a nice sized table here. There's certainly some room here if we needed something a little longer. I think possibly a 6 top would be the tallest you could, or the longest you could get. This is a personal piece of furniture, so the island wouldn't be here, but this is definitely a great spot for an island. And not a lot of workspace out side of that. So I would definitely be tempted to have an island here. Black appliance, refrigerator, gas cooking, microwave. Looks like we have a box here, which would indicate that this would vent out of the house. A lot of times this age of home, the microwave was an afterthought and it ends up recirculating, but this looks like we have an actual vent going out. This is a laminate, but it almost looks like it's been painted. I might be wrong there. Certainly it's the older original cupboards that are just painted. I probably wouldn't put the money into ripping out this kitchen. There's not enough territory to go anywhere. Would I maybe consider putting new countertops on? Yeah, I probably would, but I think everything else I would leave, and then I would definitely get an island. I like even that they've done this here, so I might be tempted to do the same thing, or maybe even get a bank of cabinets. Certainly this is a good spot for a trash can if we need to leave room underneath the sink. This room probably gets us out towards the garage. This feels like an addition, but it's quite possible that this was an area, this was part of the garage at one point, but it probably was. Excuse me, I know I'm sounding a little crazy here. I bet this door, there was a door here and it went into maybe what was the back part of the garage, because I feel like we stepped down onto a slab. It feels really solid. Laundry here possibly, yeah. This age of home, it's just not uncommon for the laundry to have been in the garage, so it just makes me think that. The ceiling is different. This is a really cool idea. I've had a lot of clients that said, I'm not gonna remove my popcorn ceiling. All I'm gonna do is put shiplap over the top of it. And that's how it looks. It turns out really, really well. It saves you a lot of money, I think. It's probably a lot of work, but I bet it's less work than removing popcorn. Of course, the backyard is lovely. Lots of trees. There's not going to be a lot to maintain because it's all pretty natural landscape. This is a wood deck back here, and so this is going to require some maintenance. That would be similar to the roof. We're going to have to keep a Thompson on it. Okay, and then we head into the garage. The light switch. Oh, right. Okay, so not the oldest water heater in history, but certainly not a new water heater. Let's see what we have. 06, and that's natural gas. And then I would say with the furnace, I don't see a sticker on it that says it's being maintained regularly. I don't see anything alarming, but I would say that this unit is pretty old. And then of course we have the garage and the panel over here. So it is a 2-car garage. They're not using both sides of it, but they clearly are parking in the garage. Let's see what they updated here. So in 2014, extended circuit to microwave. So they did a little update of power here. It's a nice looking panel. I wouldn't even be surprised if this wasn't a newer panel. And there's room if we want to add something. For instance, if we were going to add an electric car charger or a generator. I think I might have mentioned yesterday that we don't require exterior walls to be insulated or drywalled. This one, because it now is to an interior space, this is likely insulated. And then this little section here would be, actually that whole wall probably would be, because that's going into that living room space. So nice garage. Jim, my husband, and I call houses like this an Uncle Ed house. So what I see is just these people take very good care of their home. And for that reason, the cute neighborhood, the good price, and it being a single story, it really does not surprise me about the level of interest. Okay, first bedroom on the right-hand side. This is a queen size bed, and you are not going to put anything much more than what they have in here. So either this or less. Wardrobe closet. So basic stuff in there. Nice view. The windows are vinyl, so those are good energy efficient windows. The house feels very, very comfortable, so I don't feel any cold spots or hot spots. Laminate in the bathroom. It's a little different color, but it doesn't look offensive. Likely this is the original cabinet painted with updated drawer handles and then an updated top, updated lighting. You can see, let's see if I can get in there. They pulled maybe an old mirror off, or maybe even old paneling or wallpaper, something, but you can see the texture. And this is exactly what happens when we remove popcorn from the ceilings. We have to have somebody that really knows what they're doing in order to prevent all these weird lines. So we're gonna have a real cast tub and then real tile surround. I'm not seeing anything concerning or alarming. I don't smell any moisture issues or anything of that nature. Okay, this bedroom has Berber carpet, and they're using this bedroom as an office space. This would fit a queen nicely. So, you know, if this was a guest room, we could have easily 2 side tables and a queen size bed and maybe even a dresser. And here's our original hollow panel doors, and these have not been painted. And then finally the primary, just outside that is a little linen closet. Linen closet's as neat and tidy as can be. They have a king size bed in here. So 2 side tables, triple dresser, and then this bathroom definitely has been updated. I call that like a Home Depot, a nice Home Depot box vanity, updated mirror and lighting, updated. The person that lives here or whoever did these updates has a really good eye, because the design look is good. And then a standard closet, nothing exciting to report in there. So super cute. There's nothing that tells me I wouldn't fight for this house. It has the shake roof that I mentioned, but I'm not seeing any water staining, meaning I don't think there's any compromise to the condition of the roof. So we would just want to really keep it in mind that we want to maintain that. It's a small house. Maybe at some point you want to put a new roof on it, and then we would put a, you know, architectural shingled roof on it. Super cute, really clean. And if you wanted to go for this, all I would say is we need to get our boxing gloves on.